Alright, this is Quarantine Diaries, day 13. And we're recording this outside because there's a bit of a thunderstorm going on, and the power was out in the room. But, here's a couple of videos of the thunderstorm. But, yeah. It's pretty good thunderstorms at the moment. It's annoying that, power's out, but hell, what can we do? Outside of that, we got approved for our earlier release, so that doesn't mean we're leaving a day early. That simply means we're leaving a few hours earlier to get to our flight. Our previous test came back negative, so this is our final day in Howard Springs. So in under 24 hours, we'll be in the air, flying towards Sydney, where we'll transit to a plane flying towards Melbourne. That feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Anyway, have a look. This is Howard Springs. This has been the view for the past 13, 14 days, and it is really nice here. Even if it sucks being here the entire time, it's really nice. Yep. Here we go. We have our power back. So that was a couple of hours without power. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, the power was out for maybe an hour and a half or so. So this room became a bit of a sauna, and it just recently came back on, just in time for tonight's dinner. So for our final night here in Howard Springs quarantine, we have some wild caught barramundi fillet. Honestly, it's really fucking good. But yeah, it's been weird here it's been weird being here for 2 weeks. Like, for 2 weeks, this is your world. This room, that little veranda, that's it. You've got red tape marking out your boundaries, and it's surprising how effective it is at making you go, oh yeah, I won't go there. But yeah. 2 weeks in Howard Springs. And it's about 5:30 now, so in I don't know, 16 hours, I'll be at the airport. In a little over, maybe 26 hours, I'll be home. 4.5 years overseas, a year trying to get back, 2 weeks quarantine, 16-hour flight, then a 4-hour flight, and a transit, then another hour flight. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But this is the last night that we're spending in quarantine. So we're happy for that. Anyway, normal stuff. If you are watching this and you're an Australian and you're overseas, register with the DFAT. Please do it so we can get an accurate number of every Australian overseas, how many are needing help, how many are vulnerable. By registering, you're helping out yourself. You're also helping out all your fellow Aussies overseas. Even if you're not wanting to come home, knowing that you're over there and you don't want to come home, that still helps vulnerable Australians, because that way we can understand, oh, hey, there might be 40,000 overseas, but we've actually got 30,000 wanting to come back. If you're an Aussie and you're here in Australia, talk to all your friends and family overseas and, you know, maybe push them to register. If you're not Australian and you're watching this, push any Aussies you know to register with DFAT. It's really important. We need all of the numbers. We need all the information. And also, guys, share your stories. Like, this is 10 minutes work a day. You know, my story is much better than most, but there are some people out there who have horror stories, and if they are watching this, I encourage you, share your stories so people in Australia and around the world can understand what you're going through, and we can try and get you home. So we can try and get you back. Yeah. Anyway, that's all from me for tonight. I'm going to tuck into this barramundi, which is pretty good. Well, what am I saying? It's actually really bloody good. The food here's great. Anyway, cheers everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.